Hey you guys, this is Coco 82510, and today I decided to make Qeema, Indian Qeema, or ground beef as you can call it. And for that you will need one big onion nicely chopped, and then 2 tomatoes nicely chopped, about half a pound of ground beef, and this is washed, so it's kind of like, it's not all red, but this is washed. 1 cup of green peas, and for the spices you'll need 1 spoon of cumin seed, half a teaspoon of turmeric powder, about 3/4 teaspoon of salt to taste, depends, you can put as to your taste, and then 1 spoon of cumin powder basically, and then half a teaspoon or 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, and about half a teaspoon of red chili powder, or you can put less, it's just according to your taste. And today I'm going to be using the pure vegetable oil, which you're going to need about 2 to 3 teaspoons, and this is going to be my pot. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn it on to medium heat, about right there, and I'm going to go ahead and put about 2 to 3 teaspoons of oil. Okay. I don't like that much oil, so it just depends. If you want a little oily, then you can put a little more, but that should do the trick. And just wait for it to get hot. Okay, so the oil is heated up, and we're gonna go ahead and put the 1 teaspoon of cumin seeds. Okay, and just stir it a little bit. Okay, let those, as soon as you hear the crackling, then you can go ahead and put your onions. Just let them cook a little bit. Sorry about that. Okay, so just let them cook. As you see, they're like bubbling a little bit. And now you can go ahead and put the onions. Basically right here. So as you can see, I have put the onions, and just mix it around with the cumin seeds and the oil so they can start cooking. And we're trying to get a light brownish color, so just let them cook until you see a light brown color. So this is how it looks now, and now you want to start adding some of your spices so it can start cooking also while the onions are getting cooked. And we're going to go ahead and add our salt first, which is right here. So there's the salt. The black pepper. Shake it up a little bit. Okay. And then you want to go ahead and add your red chili, 1 spoon of that, your turmeric powder, and last but not your least, your cumin powder. Okay. And I always like to add a little bit of water because usually they like to shrivel up the onions, so just add a little bit of water. And then you want to go ahead and mix it up. As you can see, the color has automatically changed into a darkish brownish color. And I'm going to add the rest of the water. Okay, and we're going to let this cook with the spices. And so the water and the oil is separated just until that happens. So you just want to keep stirring and just let it cook. So I've just put the tomatoes in, and you want to go ahead and give it a stir, okay, and let them cook until you can't see them, basically. So they have to be basically into a gravy type, okay, and you just let them cook with the onion and the oil and everything. One tip I have is, if you want, you have it on hand, something to use is a Shan packet. So you can buy these at the Indian grocery stores. They're like 89 cents. And I've also put this because it gives a good taste. This is actually for meat, but sometimes I just like to mix it up because it gives a really good taste to the ground beef that you're making. And it gives it a good color. Okay, so if you have that, just add a little bit of it, like maybe 1 or 2 teaspoons. It's just depending on your taste. If you want it a little spicy, you can put 2 teaspoons. And if you don't want it spicy, you can just put 1. Okay. Now this is what it looks like so far. Once again, give it a stir so the whole tomatoes are mixed well with the onions, and you create a gravy. Okay, this is cooking also. So let it cook for about 2 to 3 minutes. So all the tomatoes are mixed properly with the rest of the food. Okay, so this has mixed up pretty well. And so I'm going to go ahead and add the green peas, the 1 cup of green peas. Okay. Give it a little mix. And these are frozen green peas. You can get them from basically any supermarket. And just mix it together. At this point, I would suggest you give it a little taste. If you think there's any less salt maybe, or maybe any less spices that you want to add, you can go ahead and add it this time before we actually add the meat. Okay guys, so it has been about a minute and the peas have been cooking. And I have turned the stove down to medium because I'm going to go ahead and start adding the meat, which will eventually cook into the sauce and cook all together. So here's our meat. I'm going to go ahead and add it. You want to add it by spreading it apart so it goes equally everywhere. Okay. And we have added the meat. Now you can go ahead and mix it. So I have mixed the meat, and as you can see, there's no sauce at the bottom of the pan, and that is okay because we don't need that much sauce. And as the meat cooks, it will excrete water from it, so that will just replace. Okay guys, so it has been about 3 minutes, and as you can see, like I said, the oil and the gravy has started to come out, and it is cooking the ground beef. And we're going to put the top back on and let it cook for about 5 minutes more, and then we're going to give. So it has been about 5 minutes, and we're going to give it another stir. Okay, so all the ingredients, like the gravy that was at the bottom, gets mixed with the ground beef, and you don't miss anything. Make sure you stir the whole pot. Okay. As you can see right here, that's just the oil and the water from the beef, which is gonna burn up and create like a flavor with it. So don't throw it away, just let it cook with the meat inside of it right now. Okay, so I'm here to check on it once again, and as we open the lid, it has been about 10 minutes, and I'm here to stir it again just so we don't have anything burning at the bottom. Okay, and as you can see, the tomatoes right here, they're gonna become like this, and that's what you're aiming for. So just mix it up really well. Okay, and this is kind of burning, so I'm gonna turn it down back to medium, and this time we're gonna let it cook for about 15 minutes, and then I'm gonna come check on it so it has a longer period of time of cooking. Okay, you guys, so it has been about 10-15 minutes since we've left it, and as you can see, it is getting a little brown. I don't know if I can focus it, but it's getting to the brownish color that we're aiming for, and we're going to go ahead and give it a stir. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, all the oil has been gone, which is good. It has absorbed into the Qeema, and it is cooking perfectly. Now I'm gonna go ahead and turn the stove down, medium, a little less than medium, so we can let this cook and not burn or stick at the bottom. And if you notice it's sticking before this, then you can go ahead and turn your stove down, okay, to like medium or even less than medium, which is perfectly fine. And this is just about ready. We're just going to give it about 12 to 15 more minutes, okay? And it's going to be completely ready. And just one tip, if you feel that your Qeema, your ground beef is still a little white and you need to cook it a little longer, and that's perfectly fine. You're just aiming for a brown look and a cooked ground beef. And I would suggest you can taste it also. Okay? So if you think you need to cook it more, then you can go ahead and leave it on. Okay, so this is our final stir, and it's time to close the stove. So let's just have a look at it. And that is exactly what we were aiming for, a brownish color. Okay, a brownish color. It's not white. It's a perfect brown color. And now you can go ahead and turn off the stove. And there you go. You have your Qeema made Indian style. So this is our finished product. And everything is cooked. It's brown. Exactly how we wanted. And I'm going to do a taste test real quick. As you can see. Okay. So it tastes pretty good. It's a little bit spicy, which I was aiming for, and that's pretty good. And you can either eat this with rice or tortilla or bread, or yeah, basically rice or tortilla or bread is good. And you can put a little bit of yogurt. That would also taste good. Okay, guys. So thank you for watching. Like, favorite, and subscribe, and let me know if there's any videos that you guys want me to do, and I'll definitely do them for you. Thank you.